Hey there guys, how's it going? My name's Chris and I'm here with Palmer Aquatics. Today I want to talk about tiger barbs and the idea of keeping tiger barbs in a community style tank where you can comfortably keep them with other fish and not have any aggression issues. I've done tons of videos on tiger barbs and I've kind of talked a lot about how crazy they are, and I personally don't like keeping barbs in a lot of my aquariums, and the reason is because barbs are somewhat like aggressive in their own weird state. It's almost like they're like non-stop moving around, and it's not that they're unpeaceful, but it's almost like they just don't ever stop moving, and kind of just like their level of inquisitiveness kind of just like gets them in trouble at times. But that doesn't mean that tiger barb fish can't be kept in a community style aquarium where they can live amongst other fish peacefully. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about tiger barb tank mate ideas for a community style aquarium. So as far as choosing what fish you should keep with the tiger barbs, I would tell you to choose a confident fish, because what happens is the tiger barbs, they run around nonstop just getting into trouble, just doing their own little nature. They kind of remind me of like a 4-year-old boy. They're just nonstop, they're still learning a lot, and they don't stop. So the trick is to keep them with other confident fish that aren't going to get super insecure. You know, like some gouramis or like betta fish, you know, when they're in the same scenario as barbs, they get nervous, and a stressed out fish a lot of times will die. My favorite tank mates to keep tiger barbs with are going to be cichlids. I know that sounds a little crazy. Tiger barbs being kept with other barbs might be the best case scenario. You know, you don't see a lot of people do this, but a really cool aquarium could consist of just all different types of barbs. You have tinfoil barbs, you have ruby barbs, you have tiger barbs. Like, there's tons of different kinds of barbs. Think of a 75-gallon tank or maybe a 55-gallon tank where you're only keeping barbs. Chances are you don't really want to keep only barbs, but it's an idea because they're great when kept together in the same type of school. Here's an older video of mine where I'm blabbing about tiger barbs and keeping them in a community full of cichlids and like silver dollarfish. I think the goal here is to kind of just showcase that tiger barbs can be kept with like cichlids, and I know to a lot of people that's crazy, but you have to remember the mentality and confidence is what is needed for a fish to be kept with confident other fish like this. You know, tiger barbs have that hidden confidence where they're just like, it's almost like they're unaware of like the dangers, and that's exactly how barbs are. You commonly see just super large tinfoil barbs in cichlid tanks, and a lot of times they're like 8 inches long, and they're just living perfectly, and it's just like, and a lot of times they screw with the cichlids themselves because it's almost like they're almost too dumb to know the dangers of like what is beheld within a cichlid community tank like this. I don't know. And I get it, some people may disagree with keeping barbs with cichlids, but I've had a ton of success with it, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, why is there only one tiger barb in there? I think I can't even remember what happened. Maybe someone dropped it off or just something happened, but so we've talked about 2 ideas of a setup for your tiger barb community aquarium. I talked about keeping them with lots of other barbs. That may seem like a boring answer. We talked about keeping them in a cichlid aquarium. Even though cichlids can be a little bit aggressive, I feel that they get along well with cichlids. That's my opinion. And the third option is going to be just a standard community style aquarium. Let's take a look at one of my community style aquariums in the house. This is a 55-gallon aquarium. It's heavily planted. We dirted this tank. This is just a generic style community aquarium. If you were to walk inside a big box chain pet store and just start picking out community fish, we're talking tetras, rainbow fish, mollyfish, platyfish, guppy fish. There's just so many different types of fish that you could attempt, and chances are they're going to get along with your barbs. If we're being honest, you may have to deal with aggression in specifically to each different fish, but that's just sort of to be expected when setting up a community style aquarium, because you never know what you're going to get. One particular fish could have a crazy aggression problem, whereas another fish has a ton of anxiety and stress. Setting up community style aquariums, you know, you just got to beware, watch your fish, try to do a head count every day and try to make sure you're not like losing any of them, because sometimes they'll run away, they'll swim into like a cave, they'll die, and then it will wreck your water parameters. Guys, this is a tough one with Tiger Barbs, but I feel like the general community route is really easy to go with the cichlids. Let me know in the comment section if this kind of helped you guys. I've been doing a lot of thinking about Tiger Barbs lately, and I kind of just went down this wormhole. I've been missing them because I don't have any in the house right now, and I want to go get some. And I was thinking, like community style aquarium, like how can I do this?